All right, good folks. So before we get started, the agenda is on the board. This is Thursday tonight for homework. I do need for you, please write this down. I need for you to work on your water park project. Remember that the water park project is due on the 19th. Okay, I need for you to get as much done as you possibly can because next week you are going to go back to having a packet with homework in it. So please don't get too comfortable and cozy. Okay, use your time wisely because we had 2 weeks where we didn't have homework so that you could really focus on the project. Okay, so if you didn't use that time, I don't know what to tell you on that, okay? Please use your time wisely. Yes, baby. I couldn't hear you. Get another one if that's what you're saying. I think that's what you're saying. Just pick up another one, baby. All right, so please stop talking when I'm talking, okay? I'm going to go over the project. I'm going to give you a couple minutes to work on the project, just a couple minutes. So, project is first. So, if you already know what to do, please make sure that you are going ahead and doing that. We need to finish the recursive sheet from yesterday, and then we're going to work on Pythagorean theorem today. All right, let's look at the project, please. On the project, your water park. Um, you're looking for the water park or the sheet from yesterday. That okay? Yeah, that's the sheet from yesterday. All right. Your water park design has to be drawn as a blueprint. That's why we're using a coordinate plane, and we have to figure out the actual dimensions. So we have a large rectangular plot that we have selected. Okay. So knowing the actual dimensions here, we're going to determine what that is by using your coordinate plane. So you're going to count the length and the width of your graph paper. So put your graph paper in front of you. And if you only use a certain part of your, just draw an imaginary part. Okay. This is my imaginary rectangular part. So every single space is going to be about 101 meters. So we're going to count the length and the width, okay? So I'm going to count the length this way and the width of the part this way, okay? So this is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. It's going to be 15, okay? So you count yours to see what yours is. I'm going to pause for the calls. Please count it, put it on your paper. So now we need to create the ratio. We got 15. It's going to be 15 over what? Oh, 25. What you mean? Where you get 25 from? Oh, yours is 25? Yours is how many? That's okay. Everybody's is going to be a little bit or slightly everybody's is going to be slightly different. Let me pause. Let me make sure everybody's got that before I move on. All right, whatever your number is, put it here. Mine is 15. Yours is whatever it is. Put that number here. Do that now. Whatever that number is, put it here. What was your length? Did you count? Roar. That's fine. Good, thank you. Their whole family's going missing. All right. So now my ratio is going to be whatever this is over 301. So mine is 15 over 301. Yours is going to be whatever this number is over 301. Please write it. Please write it. The top number is going to be the grid lines. This is going to be the model size. The bottom number is the actual size. So now when we set this up here, we got model over actual. So our proportion here is going to be your model, your ratio. Now your distance. What is your distance? You got to calculate your distance from the help center to the water slide 1. I got that from this right here. Look, my distance is what? 70. So whatever your distance is here, that is what you're going to put here. So mine is 7. This is my distance over X, the actual amount that I'm trying to find. What do I do to solve a proportion? Cross multiply. So this is going to be 15x is equal to, I need to do that one. Oops. 7 8/10 times 301. And that's what I get on this side.
Wait, Miss, I thought it was you did like 7.8 times 301 over 15.
Yeah, you do. Now we're dividing. Shh. Not finished. Y'all don't remember how to cross multiply? Okay. No. Now you're going to divide both sides by 15. When you divide both sides by 15, this gives me x is equal to what? Divide by 15. That's what you should get as your actual. Yours is going to be different, of course, because our sizes are different. That's why I explained the process before I did my numbers. Your numbers are not going to be like mine. All right, let's do it again. Remember, it's model, I'm going to abbreviate, over actual. Your model is going to be however many spaces your paper is. Over, this ratio right here, minus 15 over 301. Okay, I'm going to check, pause for the cause, make sure that you all, let me get rid of this equal sign. I'm going to pause to make sure you have that ratio correct. Okay, so now it's model. So find your distance from the toddler area to the concession. That's whatever you got right here for distance. So whatever this answer was here, you're going to use that to put the right here over X and cross multiply. So you have to do the distance first. The distance from here to here. Remember we did that on the previous step? You have to use these measurements. Any questions? Speak now, forever hold your peace. Thumbs up, I understand this section. Sideways, I'm still confused. I need you all to vote. Come on. This or this? You don't have it, so. Here or here? Stop digging your nose. Which one you gonna do? Thank you. Thank you. Okay. I am the one. All right, good. Okay, so we got 4 people. All right. Rosalind, did you do distance already? Have you done the distance yet? That's why you're confused. You got to do distance first. Who else was here? Did you do distance first? Are you still confused? No. Did you do distance? Then that's why you're confused.
Gosh,
Who else?
talk in, dude.
Did you do the distance? Are you confused? You understand?
Yeah.
Who else?
16
Jacob?
X is 16.
Did you do distance?
It's still racing.
You gotta do the distance first. I can't explain it to you if you didn't do distance. All right, go ahead and put this away, please. Take out your notebook. And your sheet from yesterday, this one. Okay, so look, we talked about yesterday recursive. Recursive is going to be in any formula where or equation where you must use the previous number to get the next number. Any table at the side table, please be quiet. Any formula where you have to use the previous to get the next. Explicit, on the other hand, is that any term that you're looking for, all you have to do is substitute that number and get a direct answer. So if I'm looking for the 7th term in the list, I can substitute 7 into the formula and get the answer. But with recursive, Asia, if I'm looking for the 7th number, I got to do that same equation 7 times to get the answer. That's recursive. All right, so these are some examples of recursive that we went over yesterday. This next now is recursive because it's telling me to start at 7, but then add 5 every single time to get the next number. Add 7 every time to get the next number. This is recursive because I can't just plug in 8 and get the 8th number. I've got to do this 8 times to get the 8th term in that list. All right, any questions about that part? The slope-intercept form is explicit because if I'm looking for the 20th term, all I'm doing is substituting 20 to get an answer. Okay? All right. Let's look at this sheet here so we can do some explicit and recursive. I did an explicit here. Shh. What you need, babe? You got a question? Okay. No, later. I'm sorry. But focus on this because then he'll have a question about this when I move on. Okay? All right, look up here. Let's do B. That way you can do the others. Please focus. You are writing an equation where you can just substitute the number in to get an answer. So I'm going to do this one again. This is the first number in the list. This is the second. This is the third. This is the fourth. Please write that down. Zoom in a little bit. All right. I'm going to write an explicit. First, I'm going to say A sub n, or I can use any letter. It doesn't matter. Sub n is the term. If I'm looking for the 7th number, then my n becomes 7. If I'm looking for the 20th number, then my n becomes 20. Okay? That's just a subscript. Equal to. Now I need to figure out what the common difference is, or what is the slope. What is it going up by? Well, what is it going up by? Oh, it's going down by what? 13. It's going down by 13. So my slope is a positive or negative 13? Negative. So we got a negative 13. And we're going to multiply it times n minus 1. Why, Miss Reyes, are we multiplying it by n minus 1 and not just n? We're multiplying it by n minus 1 because they didn't give you the starting number. They gave you the first number. They didn't give you the 0 number of where it started. They gave you the first number. So anytime they give you the first number, you have to then use n minus 1. If they give you the 0 number, then you could just use n. If they give you the second number, you're going to say n minus 2. If they give you the third number in the list, you're going to say n minus 3. Yes.
How do you know if they give you the 0 number?
Because they will tell you that a sub 0 is equal to whatever the number is. But if they don't tell you, you automatically assume that it's the first number. Got it? Any other questions? Okay. Now what are we doing? What is the starting number? 84. So now I can write, or I did it. Oh, you know, that's right. So now I can start with what number? Positive or negative? Positive. Positive what? 84. This is my equation. Please write that down. Yeah. No. I know. But that's not the reason why I'm saying that. I can't believe I don't have another sheet. Raise your hand if you're still writing. Okay. Come on, baby. All right, let's look at recursive. Actually, I'm going to do one more explicit for this one. I'm going to write it in slope intercept form. Slope intercept form is y equals mx plus b. Please write that down. What did we say the slope was in this problem? What is it going up or down by? So we got y is equal to negative 13x. And what's the starting amount? Okay, what was the 0 number? What's the number before it? What's the number before 84? Yeah, you can figure it out. Come on. How'd you get that? You add it. So it's gonna be plus what? 90 what? This what? You said or? Oh, thought you had a question or something. This is another explicit formula. Please write that down. Now see if you can do explicit for C and D. As you're going to have to write these down on paper. I need you to do explicit for C and D. I'm going to pause for the call to give us a chance to try explicit first.
How much days are these correct?
Okay. Letter C. All right, so we can do this two different ways. The first way I'm going to do is like this, and then I'm going to do slope intercept form. You could do either one. Let's do A sub n or T sub n, or it doesn't matter what letter you use. All right, I'm going to keep using A sub n. This A sub n is not an like an apple. It is a subscript. This is a subscript. Okay, it's a little bitty n. Is equal to. Okay, so what's my slope? What is my number going up or down by?
Down by 6.
It's going down by 6. So I represent that as positive 6 or negative 6. So we got negative 6. And we're going to multiply it times n minus 1. It's n minus 1 because they didn't give you the 0 number. They didn't give you the starting number. They gave you the first number. How do you know? Automatically assume that the first number is given unless they tell you that it is the starting number. Any questions? Okay. So now, what's the first number? So we got plus what?
19.
19. You cannot forget about the 19. Another way to write this, again, another way to write this is to use the slope-intercept form. That's y equals mx plus b. That's another explicit formula. Okay? What is the slope again? Negative 6. So it's y is equal to negative 6x. What is the starting amount? What was the number before 19? No. What's the number before 19? Say again? 25. Positive or negative?
Positive.
This is the other explicit formula. Try D, E, and F. Pause for the cause.
Wait, only explicit or?
Just do explicit for right. If you know how to do recursive, go ahead and do it. All right, ready? Let's try this one. Down here. Okay, so we got A sub n, or you could say, I can use a different letter, T sub n. Same thing, y'all. Don't get tripped up over letters, okay? And let's say this is equal to what?
8.
8, because we're going up by 8 every time. Times what?
N minus 1.
N minus 1. It's n minus 1 because they give you the first number and not the zero number, okay? And then what's the starting amount? I mean, what's the number they give you? Plus 9. Okay, let's write this in slope-intercept form. Same thing. That's y equals mx plus b. All right, so it's going to be y is equal to what?
8x.
8x
Plus 1.
plus 1. Raise your hand if you got those right. Perfect. Okay. All right, let's do explicit for this one. I'm going to use another, don't get tripped up over the numbers. I'm going to use z sub n is equal to, okay, I mean the letters. All right, so what do we get here? What is it going up by? It's going up by 2. So that's going to be 2 times what? N minus 1. And what's the starting number? That's minus 3. Very good. Let's write it in slope-intercept form. That's y equals mx plus b. Y is equal to, what's the slope? What's the slope? 2. So we got 2x. And then what's the starting amount?
Negative 5.
-5. That's minus 5. Raise your hand if you got that right. Okay, good. What happened? Are you okay? You sure? Okay. What about here? D'Anthony, are you okay? Okay, you're good. Alexa, you good? All right. Raise your hand if you need help. I need to know. Jerry's first, really, technically. Yes.
It's not about this, but it's about something. It's up here. It's number 4.
Number 4, baby. This one?
Yeah.
Okay, what's your question?
It's not like the first one. You showed me how to do the second one. Then you're just showing me.
Okay, so this one right here, going back to number 4 real quick. Shh. All right, this is explicit. Shh. You see how you don't see n minus 1 here, do you? You see how you just see n? So they give you the zero number. So the zero number here, or the y-intercept, is -1. You're starting with -1. So now what's the first number? What is it going up by every single time? What's the slope? 3. So what's the next number going to be? This is 2. What's the next number going to be? 5. What's the next number going to be?
8.
What's the next number going to be?
11.
You got it? Okay. How do you think Miss Reyes knows that the x starts with 0 and not with 1? Yes.
It doesn't specify the number.
Not even that. But look at right here. This says n minus 1. Does this say n minus 1?
No.
No, it's just n. We know right there that this is written in slope-intercept form. Y equals mx plus b. You don't see n minus 1. N minus 1 is an indicator that they didn't give you the 0 number. They gave you the first number. That's how you know. Any questions? All right. Let's do recursive. Let's go down here and do recursive here. All right. So here, if you're doing recursive, you have to tell the person using the formula what number you started with. So the first number here is 81. So we're going to say, give me a letter B. We can use B again. B sub 1 is equal to 81. I'm sorry, 84. The first number is 84. Any questions about that? Okay, so now let's write the equation. B sub n is equal to, and now we have B sub n minus 1. Why is Miss Reyes using n minus 1? Because it's the first number and not the 0 number, okay? It's the first number and not the starting number. And what are we going to do every single time to get to the next number? Subtract 13. Oops. So this is how you write the recursive. Another way, or. Starting at, what number did they give us to start with? 84. And now it's next. The next number is equal to the current number. And what are you doing every single time? Minus 13. This is another recursive. Please write that down. We're going to do it again. Jerry, are you listening to this? Are you understanding how I got the recursive? Because you're working on a project.
I finished the sheet at home.
Okay. Do you understand it?
Yeah.
Did you write the next now?
Next now?
Mm-hmm.
No.
No, please write that down. Please make sure you understand how I got the next now, okay? All right, let's try another one. Let's try this one. Ready? Okay, so you have to again tell it. What's the first number? What letter do you want to use here? L. All right, so we have L sub 1 is equal to what? 19. The first number is 19. Bless you, babe. Now we got L sub n is equal to, and then we're going to say L n minus 1. Any questions about that? And I'm saying n minus 1 because I'm not giving the 0 number. I'm giving the first. Now, what am I going to do every single time to get the next number? No. Subtract 6. So I'm going to say minus 6. This is a recursive formula. I'm subtracting 6 every single time. Now we can do the next now. Raise your hand if you're still writing that one. All right, so let's do the next now. With next now, you always have to indicate starting at. What number did they give us to start with?
19.
Starting at 19. Then we write next equals now. And what are we doing every single time? Subtracting 6. This is another recursive formula. Thumbs up. I understand those two. Sideways, I'm still confused. Yes, baby, go ahead.
So you want us to add the starting at the next now to each?
That is correct. Yes. All right, good deal. Okay. I need you to do the others on your own. Or pause for the cause. If you need my help, raise your hand and I'll come by and help you, okay? Paste that sheet in your notebook on page 22. WS stand for worksheet. Paste that in your notebook. Do that now before you forget. All right, hurry up. Have a seat. Hurry, hurry. Hands to self. Yeah, did you send it to me? Yeah, that's fine. Just send it to me.
Oh, Miss Reyes, can I take this to Miss Carletto?
Hurry up. Don't be out there playing. You go there and you come straight back. All right, now I'm waiting on you to be seated. Nobody should have a phone out. Nobody should have a phone out. Hurry up and put it away. All right, waiting on you. Waiting on you guys. Waiting on you.